Hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. I know we usually do Teach Me Tuesdays, but because of Memorial Day holiday, I actually took Monday off and it totally messed me up and I got backed up and didn't get my video done on Tuesday, but I figured Teach Me Thursday is just as good, right? Plus, it's new catalog day, so it's a great day to be crafting today. So I wanted to share with you, these are not my idea. I had found them online somewhere ages ago, actually. We did these at a Stamp Club class probably 3 years ago now, and they were a huge hit, and so I thought I would do them again and I would do a little video so you could see how to do it as well, because obviously Father's Day is right around the corner, so this card would be perfect. So this is the one I did way back when with the little happy birthday card, and then this is the one I just made this morning, and we're going to do a different color scheme, which I have no idea what it will look like, if I'll like it or not, but we're going to run with it. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. It's actually pretty simple. All you're going to need is a 4x4 piece of Whisper White cardstock. That's going to be your inside piece. Just a piece of pattern paper that coordinates with your base color, which I'm using this new paper, which this is not the most exciting pattern of it, but I do like it. It's called Pick a Pattern, and it's super cute. It's got little cameras, it's got fun flowers, it's got little mushrooms, some artistic stuff. So it's really cute pattern paper in the brand new catalog, which goes live today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Pick a Pattern, and it's really, really cute. But I'm just using this basic black piece. I'm also using one of the brand new colors. It's Lemon Lime Twist, and I have to say I was not crazy about this color when I first saw it, but the more I play with it, the more I love it. So anyway, going back to the measurements, we have the 4x4 piece of Whisper White. We have a 1.5 by ½ inch piece of your pattern paper. That's going to be the top of the tie. This is going to be your actual tie. This one is going to be 1.5 inch by 4.25. Then you have just a scrap piece of that same color. This will be the little insert for your pocket. And then you have a 1 by 1 inch piece of the same color as your base color. This is going to be your pocket. And then also you have a regular old piece of cardstock for your card base. This is your standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5. So first thing you want to do is you're going to fold this in half to make your card base. All right, we'll do that. Just give it a nice little crease. And then we're going to open it back up and we're going to grab our, sorry, I'm out of grid papers, so I have to deal with this guy for today. I'm going to open it up, and you're going to use a trimmer that actually has a flip arm, because you're going to need to be able to move your arm. Okay, so we're going to stick this in on with the short side up along the top of your trimmer, and then I'm going to line up this left edge with 1.25 inches. So I'm going to put that at 1.25 inches and put that down. Now, what I love about the little Stampin' Up! Trimmer, we have that little pokey arrow that sticks out on the side of our scoring or cutting blade. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut from the edge, the upper edge here, to 3/4 inch. So I'll make sure that little arrow lines up with the 3/4 inch. Okay, then I'm going to lift this and we're going to move it over to 3.25. I'm going to put that back down, line it up with 3.25, and cut all the way across. Okay, and that should be all the measuring we need to do with the trimmer. Now, while I have this open, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip this off at the crease line. Okay, so now we have this, so you can kind of see where I'm going with this, hopefully. Now we're just going to take this and we're going to kind of gently bend it so you're getting that t-shirt look. Okay. And you don't want it to be really super flat folds here. You want them to be kind of rounded so it looks like a shirt. Okay, see where we're going here? Now, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension, I like to ink the edges. So we're just going to go ahead and take our Lemon Lime Twist with a sponge, and we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of color to the edge. I'm sorry, I think I went off the screen there. It's actually pretty early for me to be doing videos, but I got a long list of stuff that needs to get done today. Whoops, I just got ink in a spot I really didn't want to. That's okay. So you're just going to go ahead and ink all along the edges, carefully in there. I'm so excited for you to see the new catalog. It is amazing. I did my wish list, and boy, was that scary and fun. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to work on our tie. So we have our little tie piece here. The first thing I do, and I'm not a big measurer, I will measure a little bit, especially with this paper. When I did this one, it was actually pretty easy because these lines helped me cut straight. This one's probably going to be a little trickier because I have no lines to follow. But I just did a little tiny snip in the bottom of here, and then I lined my scissors up with that notch and just snipped to the side. And then scissors up with that notch and snipped to this side. Whoops, I think I went deeper than I did on the other side. Yep, I did. Okay, so no worries. I'm just going to make it match. So I'm just going to do a little bit deeper here. There we go. So you just kind of eyeball it. That's why I usually cut myself an extra one, because it never fails that I end up missing that. So the other thing I did was, and you might want to do on the back side, because this one is a little bit harder. So I took my ruler and I just measured this top part, and I took my pencil, which I left on the couch over there. Oops, sorry. It's right here. So we're going to take our pencil, and I'm going to go 1/2 inch, just mark, and 1/2 inch from the side. So, whoops, actually I was kind of off. So 1/2 inch, and then 1 to 1/2 inch. So then I have kind of some little guide marks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that little mark down to the point here. So the mark is right here, okay? And I found that it works best if you go just inside of it. And this one can be tricky too. Again, it's good to cut yourself an extra piece just in case. And I tend to err on the side of caution, so you can see I'm not quite lining up with that point, but it's easier to go back and fix it if I miss by just taking off another sliver rather than over cutting it to begin with. So there you have that. Now this side is trickier for me because it is the left side. So I'm going to actually flip it back over. Here's my little mark. So I'm going to go, and it doesn't have to be exact, I'm going to go from right about here down to that point. I find it's easier for me to cut on the right side because I'm right-handed. So that actually didn't work too badly. I did okay. So there's our little tie. So you can see that's starting to come together. Next, we're going to take our little, this is the 1.5 by 1/2 inch piece, and I'm going to actually curl it with my bone folder, just so it starts to get a little curl here. I'm also going to take a 1/2 dimensional, so right along the side here, these little pieces are great. I'm just going to take this, and what's really neat, in the new catalog, we have mini dimensional, so I'm so excited to get my hands on some of those. Whoops. So now I'm just going to take that backing off, and I'm going to flip this over. We're going to put this right down on top. Not all the way to the top, though. Okay, so we get that. Now, if we fold one side over, grab a glue dot. This time you can use a stylus or one of your little pokey tools, as I like to call it, and I kind of overlap it. And then just kind of stick that down on top of it. Try not to push too hard because you do want some bubble here so it looks like it's higher. Okay, and then we're going to just kind of position it on our card. So I like to close this because, see, if I had put it down first, it's going to get hidden. So I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. And I may have to trim my point just a tiny bit so that it will fit. Okay. And then I'm going to use another dimensional. I'm sorry, that's not a dimensional, this is a glue dot. We'll put that there. And I only use one, and I don't really tack it really well yet because I want to make sure I get it in the middle and where I want it. So I'm going to go like that. That looks pretty good, wouldn't you say? I kind of like the black and the green. It's really a cool color combo. I might move it over just slightly. Well, maybe not. Doesn't want to come up. So it is what it is. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my regular adhesive and just put a little under there. Keep that where it's supposed to be. Okay. I'm going to also, again, take a little glue dot, and I'm going to put it right under here. Actually, I want this one down first because I want to cover that yucky sponging I did by accident when I was talking. And I'm going to put one down over here. Okay. Cute. All right, we're getting there. Now we're going to go ahead. I'm actually just going to take one more glue dot and put it in here to secure that. Okay, whoops. I'm like, why is it not sticking? Because it's still on my pokey tool. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to make our little pocket. So this one, again, is just eyeballing, and I usually cut myself a few. You can do little marks if you want to. I'm just going to wing it for the moment. I sometimes tend to do better that way. It's not the greatest, but it'll work. Okay. No, I don't like it. It was too deep. I'm going to do smaller little triangles. There we go. That works. We're going to ink that too. I still have some ink on here, so I'm just going to run this around. Okay. Now you want to kind of curve this a little bit too, so I'm going to use my bone folder. Get that curved. And I'm going to use my little pokey tool. I'm actually going to fold these nope, I keep calling them dimensionals. These glue dots, I'm going to kind of fold it in half and then pick it up. And I'm going to put it on the side. Come on. It doesn't matter if it gets kind of lumpy. It'll be alright. I'm going to do the same thing. Whoops. Here. Fold it in half. Stick it on the side. And then one more for the bottom. So fold it. And then pick it up. And, oops. Now we're going to take a little bit of regular adhesive in the middle here. And we're going to take our little scrap piece of paper, and I think this may be a little big, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit. It doesn't really matter if it's an exact size, because we're just going to take it and we're going to kind of pinch it so it looks like a folded like handkerchief or something. So I'm just literally pinching this to kind of get it to do what I want it to do. And then, like I said, it doesn't really have to be exact. I'm going to flip it upside down. It would kind of be cute maybe to do the pink side. Should I do pink? Nah, I'm going to stick with the black. Okay. I'm going to put that in there. Just going to push that down into your adhesive. Okay. Turn it over. Make sure it looks okay. It looks kind of cute. I'm happy with that. Then I'm going to stick this onto the card, making sure that I stick down those little stickies that we put. Okay. And then I wanted some cute little bling, so I thought it would be fun. Should I do gold this time? Or should I stick with the silver? I like silver better. Although the gold might stand out more, but I'm going to stick with the silver. And I thought, because I'm using the little metallic enamel dots, which are really fun, but I thought since it's Father's Day, we'll put a little heart one right in the center here for his tie tack. Of course, it helps if you get it straight. Out. Just got it right under my nail. Okay, kind of blends in. Let's see if I can get it down where it shows up a little bit more. Goodness gracious. There we go. That'll work. And then I'm just going to take the little circles and put those up here. Kind of make it look like it's tacking the shirt down. Cute, right? Then I wanted to use my new stamp set. This one's called Just Add Text. It's got some really great sayings. I feel that there's nothing more truly artistic than to love people by Van Gogh. Life is better with friends. You are so beautiful. Next time you think of wonderful things, don't forget to count yourself. I don't know what my future holds, but I'm happy you're in it, and then I appreciate everything you do. So I thought this would be kind of cool for a Father's Day gift. And I didn't put it together because I assumed maybe some of you haven't seen how to put together our clear mount stamps. So this is how they come. You get a sheet of labels, you get a sheet of stamps. This is my stamp, the back. I'm going to pull this sticky, or the backing to the sticky, off. And then when you're looking at your labels upside down, there's a little divided piece in there. So you're just going to pull half off. You want to avoid touching this part as much as possible. And you're going to peel that off. I'm going to move this out of the way. And you're going to just go ahead and place this right on top of that label. I'm try not to get my head in the way. All right, and now avoid touching this as well. That's super important. That's one of the reasons why they don't stick on the block very well. If you touch them with your finger, the oils and whatnot from your fingers get onto your stamps. So when you'll notice when I put my stamps away, I always put them away so that I'm pushing down on the rubber, not keeping them this way. Even though that's easier to read them when you're ready to use them, you want to do it this way so that you can actually touch the rubber and not that cling label, because it's just going to make the nightmare of getting them to stay on the block worse. So hopefully this block is clean, because that sometimes can impact how they stick. We're just gonna do this, and I think I'll just use black ink for the inside, and we'll see how that looks. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna ink up my stamp with the Memento black. Probably should use the archival because it's more consistent, but this one's handy. So we'll do that. With a solid image stamp like this, we want to make sure we press down and press and hold. Don't rock. You just want to press and hold and then lift. Oh, beautiful. That's fantastic. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll stamp, because I also had a little Happy Father's Day. So I'll stick that there too. Down the bottom. There. It's kind of cute, right? And then I'm just going to go ahead and take this. Again, this is 4x4 Whisker White, and I'll have all the measurements for what I used in the description of this video. But there is your finished card. Cute, right? So we got all different colors now. We got blue and gray and green. Super fun, and a great card for you to do for Father's Day or for any of the men in your life for their birthday or graduation. Actually, would be great for a graduation card as well. So hope you have fun making those. Have a great week. We'll see you in less than a week on Tuesday, and I hope you enjoy the new catalog. Take care. See you soon.